Last week, Bill Landis castigated me for saying that my outrageous prediction is always about who's scoring a touchdown. So what's outrageous about my outrageous predictions moving forward is I'm never going to predict anybody to score a touchdown ever again for the rest of my life.
0-0 games rest of the way.
Bill Landis, Ari Wasserman inside the Woody Hayes Athletic Center to give you our outrageous predictions for Ohio State's big non-conference top 10 matchup at Wisconsin on Saturday.
It's a conference game.
Did I say non-conference?
Yeah.
Wisconsin's in the Big Ten. Bill, what do you got first?
So basically kind of the same thing I had last week. I said last week
Oh, shocker.
that Indiana was going to score 2 rushing touchdowns because Ohio State hasn't allowed one all year, and Indiana didn't score any rushing touchdowns. So I'm going to flip that and say that Wisconsin, who lives and dies by running the ball, will not score a rushing touchdown against Ohio State's defense, which I think would probably be Ohio State's most impressive defensive feat so far this year. Oklahoma had big running backs in Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon, but this is a massive offensive line. Well, all Wisconsin does is run the football, and I think Ohio State's defense stands tall against that rushing attack, which it needs to in this game, and doesn't allow a rushing touchdown.
And they haven't allowed one all year. I think that's worth mentioning.
They have not allowed one all year, and Wisconsin isn't like a high-flying offense. They only have 14 touchdowns all year. 8 of them are on the ground. But if they're not going to score on the ground, then they might not score at all against Ohio State's defense.
Which is the perfect segue to my outrageous prediction, which is Wisconsin will not score a point. Wisconsin is 78th in the country this year in yards per game with 141? 61? Either way, pretty outrageous. And you might say, well, shutouts happen all the time. It's really, really hard to shut out any team, let alone a team that's at home in the top 10 at night, because night games are really, really important. So for Bill Landis, I'm Ari Wasserman. Thanks so much for keeping up with all of our coverage. We will be in Madison this weekend, so stay tuned with cleveland.com for everything you need to know about the game.